Happy Monday. Jackie Broman here from TBA Law. Every Monday, I do this short snippet of legal information. If there are any topics you'd like me to cover off, you can just let me know. You can direct messages through Facebook, or my personal email is available on our webpage, which again is linked from Facebook, so it's all there. All the videos get put up onto the videos tab on Facebook, so you can go back and have a look through the 100 or so videos that are there with all the various topics. If there's something relevant, it would be great if you could either tag the person's name in that you think it would be relevant for, or you can direct message videos to people as well by sharing. So, that being said, today is a topic a little bit around case management more than legal advice, really. It's about keeping your matter out of court. And for someone who has been in the legal industry for about 15 years, I know that quite often the worst results are often when a matter goes to court. And so keeping as much control of it as possible is the best way of having a result that you're more satisfied with, and if you want to keep control or more control of your matter, it is keeping it out of court. So how? Well, there are lots of alternatives to going to court, and I've done plenty of videos on alternative dispute resolution before, so that is one way of keeping your matter out of court. But I also find that the first step to keeping your matter out of court is actually to find and hire the right lawyer. There are plenty of lawyers who think the only way is through litigation, and litigation does mean it costs you more as well. So that's better for the lawyer. So you can see that there is sometimes a conflict of interest there. So you do need to find someone who has a more creative approach. So you are entitled to test out lawyers before you appoint one and stick with one to manage your matter. There's no reason why you can't do your research on a lawyer and find one whose values align with yours. It is a buyer's or consumer market for the legal industry, so there is no reason you need to go to the closest person or the first person that you find. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to actually think about what you want. So many people don't even consider what outcome they want from whatever issue they're in. They just think, okay, well, the lawyer's going to tell me what I should want, and then we're going to take that position and go after that. But in fact, what you want and the creative result that you may need, it can be very different from what your legal rights are. And what lawyers are trained to do is to see your problem, take over your problem, and resolve it for you. However, they don't necessarily take into account all the elements of your life and what you actually value and need. So that's not often a conversation that a lawyer will have. So those, I think, are the first two steps to trying to have basically a better outcome for your legal dispute or whatever your matter is. So finding and hiring the right lawyer is the first step. And the second step is to really think about, well, what do you actually want? And not just take a firm position that then needs to be horse traded over, because horse trading just means you split the difference and no one's ever happy. And that, unfortunately, is what quite a lot of the alternative dispute resolution styles will achieve if you haven't thought about what you want. So that's why these first two steps are so crucial before you even look at alternative methods to resolving your dispute rather than going to court. And in some of those videos I talked about ombudsmans, consumer affairs, the Small Business Centre of Victoria, it has dispute resolution. VCAT is another potential that doesn't need a lawyer to represent you. Mediations, collaborative practice, arbitrations. There are all sorts of alternative disputes. But there's also there are people around who actually do legal coaching and communication coaching and negotiation coaching so that you can keep more control of this yourself as well. Surprisingly, not all that many lawyers actually have had good negotiation training. And again, it comes down to a horse trading thing if you give your matter over to the solicitor to do the negotiation for you. So yes, it's relevant to get legal advice, but get the legal advice in the context of what you want and control how you want the matter to go. The lawyer will work with you. The lawyer at the same time is not your puppet, and you can't just buy a lawyer's letterhead off them and make them write what you want. It doesn't work that way either. It's got to be it's a professional partnership to achieve what you're after. So I think that those first two steps are really crucial to keeping your matter out of court. Now, even if you do need to file proceedings in court, there is a place for that, obviously. Sometimes the other party will not come to the table. So you may need to start court proceedings to have some leverage to force them to the table. But then there is no reason why you can't settle it while the court proceedings are going before a judge actually makes a decision. You really, really, really don't want to have a third party like a judge make a decision about your life when you've got the potential to keep control of it. So once you have the other party to the table, again, use a mediation approach to settle it. So there's my main advice around managing your matter to make sure that it doesn't go all the way through court. While this video is live now, I will save it onto the page, just like all the others, so you can go back and have a look through those. If this is relevant for anyone that you know, please don't be shy about commenting and tagging them in the videos so that they're aware and so that other people can benefit from all this information that we're putting out there. Otherwise, a couple more Mondays before Christmas. It'll be December tomorrow, and we're on that fast slide down towards Christmas. So I'll keep doing these every Monday morning, and then we have a break over Christmas, and then we'll be back into it next year all over again. So you have a good week, and I will be back again next Monday.